What's up, guys? Justin Brock here, and today we're talking about one of the crazy things we hear all the time, and that is Medicare Advantage plans have extremely limited networks. And we know the origin of this because in the inception of Medicare Advantage, I wouldn't sell Medicare Advantage myself. They did have extremely limited networks. It took a long time to evolve and develop those networks. And there's still some headlines like the one that I was reading recently from Becker's Payer Issues here on beckerspayer.com that was saying that, actually it was Becker's Hospitalreview.com, saying hospitals are dropping Medicare Advantage plans. And then they cite certain hospitals that are. Funny thing is, at the same time, they have another article on beckerspayer.com that says 6 health systems that are launching their own Medicare Advantage plans, all published around the same time. So Medicare Advantage plans are not going anywhere right now. While they face challenges in some areas, they're facing a lot of opportunity in other areas. So, it's tumultuous and it's changing, but they've been through this before. This is certainly not the rockiest year, and they have a lot more foundation than they did before. Now, because you're all going to say, you're biased and you sell Medicare Advantage plans. I actually have 40,000 plus with our agency Medicare supplement customers. Traditional Medicare with a supplement. We are predominantly a Medicare supplement focused organization, but as Medicare Advantage is a hot topic, we do want to cover it, and we want to cover it as non-biased as we can. This information is about proving to you that we're able to see things from both angles, multiple angles, right? Not everyone can get a Medicare supplement, and some people that can't get a Medicare supplement shouldn't just be automatically subject to the unlimited 20% coinsurance on Part B, as well as the unlimited hospital deductibles and copays on Part A. So we want to talk about when Medicare Advantage is an option. Also, some people are on disability Medicare and may struggle to get a Medicare supplement or to afford a Medicare supplement. Some people may have not gotten a Medicare supplement when they did, and now can't get one due to underwriting, all kinds of different things, right? So we have about 5,114 people as of this morning that we have placed on a Medicare Advantage plan in our office here in Tupelo, Mississippi, where we help folks in all 50 states. We do not do Puerto Rico right now, but we do all 50 U.S. states. So if you have a question, we can do our best to help you. So going on about this big assertion that Medicare Advantage plans have extremely limited networks. Or like I said earlier, originally that there was an extremely limited network. Most of the ones that came out were HMOs. There were some PFFS, private fee-for-service, that never really adapted well. There were some MSAs that came out over time, medical savings accounts or Medicare savings account versions of Medicare Advantage that were supposed to be good and ended up causing some network issues as well. But the one that's really come out as dominant is the national PPO. And now we have big carriers like United Healthcare, Aetna, Humana, Blue Cross, Blue Shield, Anthem, which has the Blue Advantage network. And these providers, specifically like Blue Advantage and United Healthcare, have as many providers almost as traditional Medicare, take traditional Medicare. So the networks are very large. You do not have to have an emergency outside of your local area to use these nationwide PPOs. You can make appointments in and out of your area with the national PPOs that are out there. There are some still regional PPOs that exist where they want you to stay within your region unless it's an emergency. And there are some strong HMOs in areas where sometimes people will get additional benefits, be asked to stay within a health maintenance organization. And in that case, to go outside of that network, it does have to be an emergency. But a national PPO that's really strong, that has 1 million to 1.1 to 1.2 million providers that accepts it, is competing or rivaling with traditional Medicare's network standards. So I don't think that the objection that Medicare Advantage has extremely limited networks is fair anymore. It's talking about maybe certain instances or the way it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and it's just not that way anymore. Those networks have evolved. Many providers are accepting Medicare Advantage willingly. Some have been drug into it kicking and screaming, and you still do have some, billing staff and things that are holding on to, the past and saying things like, you need to get back your red, white, and blue Medicare. But they're not thinking about the fact that that person may not be able to get a Medicare supplement and may be subject to the unlimited 20% coinsurance. So you got to be careful with the anti-Medicare Advantage rhetoric. As an agent or broker, if you say that, you could be held liable for people making decisions off of your advice to go back onto regular Medicare without a supplement, and then you have them having unlimited out-of-pocket, with no protection. A Medicare Advantage plan is required to have a maximum out-of-pocket, which is going to limit them to X amount. So some people will say, "Oh, some of these Medicare Advantage plans, you're going to have $5,000 to $10,000 in out-of-pocket," not understanding that someone that goes to traditional Medicare with no supplement could have hundreds of thousands of dollars in out-of-pocket. And so if you're making these assertions, you have to give a fair comparison. Now, if traditional Medicare with an affordable Medicare supplement and standalone Part D plan is on the table, then we want to look at that and make sure it's where someone wants to go. There are also other people that don't think, and they're probably not the ones watching this video, but for you, those of you that are watching this video, there are some people that have never thought of healthcare on the actual medical side of it. They think more about the benefits. They think about the money that they're getting back, the OTC benefit. And it doesn't really matter for some of these people how much you try to tell them about the medical benefits. Some of them are looking for the best extra benefits. And as a taxpayer, you should probably consider that those people being on those plans and having a maximum out of pocket is probably better for you, considering that at some point the hospital and the clinics that are associated with their bills are going to have the bleeding stopped, whereas with traditional Medicare, if they don't get a supplement, which these people often will not get a Medicare supplement because they're more benefit minded versus healthcare minded and actual risk minded. And so those people will not get traditional Medicare with a supplement. They'll just have traditional Medicare only, or a Medicare Advantage plan. A Medicare Advantage plan is going to hold on to that maximum out of pocket or take over that stop loss amount and stop the bleeding for those facilities, so that it's not falling back on recirculated into the cost for that clinic to raise healthcare costs for us all, and then ultimately be something that taxpayers are ended up having to flip themselves. So if you think about it from a solvency of Medicare issue, a plan that somebody like that might choose that would not otherwise buy a Medicare supplement, and or as an option to somebody that cannot get a Medicare supplement or cannot afford a Medicare supplement, it has its place, certainly. Now, we don't want to push everybody into that. My preference is people who are turning 65. We get them at the right time so that they can make an informed decision. And well above 90% of the people that we're talking to when they turn 65 are choosing to get Medicare with a supplement. If you want unbiased approaches to this, where we can go over all of your options and we can look at things like individual health plans for your spouses who may not be of age yet, the entire healthcare focus, and even small group health insurance plans, we can help you with those things. So if you're trying to answer these questions and you're seeing a lot of chaotic stuff out there, and you want somebody who's not just pouring fear into the marketplace to try to sell you one thing and wants to be able to help you with all facets of the financial services portion of healthcare, that is us here at Bobby Brock Insurance. You can go to BobbyBrockInsurance.com. You can also go and check out my book, Medicare Breakdown, the Alphabet Soup of Medicare, on Amazon now. We will talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching the video.